What if the biggest mistake you're making in the gym has nothing to do with your exercises, your sets, or your reps, but how long you're resting between them? In this video, I'm going to break down work to rest ratios, why they matter more than most people realize, and how to use them to get exactly the adaptation you're training for. Your work to rest ratio is simply the amount of time you spend working compared to the amount of time you rest. If you do a set that takes 30 seconds and then rest for 90 seconds, that's a 1-to-3 ratio. Sounds simple. But here's the thing. Most people in the gym have no idea what their work to rest ratio is. They rest until they feel ready. They scroll their phone, they chat, and then they wonder why they're not progressing. The ratio you choose determines which energy system you're training. Change the ratio and you change the adaptation. For phosphagen work, heavy strength training, max effort lifts, explosive movements, you need long rest. We're talking 2 to 5 minutes, a 1-to-5 or even 1-to-20 ratio. Why so long? Because the phosphagen system runs on creatine phosphate stored in the muscle, and it takes 2 to 5 minutes to fully replenish. If you're cutting that short, you're not training strength. You're accidentally training your glycolytic system, which builds endurance, not maximum force. This is why so many people plateau on their heavy lifts. They're resting 60 seconds between 5-rep max sets and wondering why they can't add weight. For glycolytic work, hypertrophy, muscle building, moderate intensity, you want shorter rest, 30 to 90 seconds, a 1-to-2 or 1-to-4 ratio. The shorter rest is intentional. The metabolic stress from incomplete recovery is part of what drives muscle growth. You're accumulating lactate, creating mechanical tension under fatigue. That's the stimulus. But if you rest too long, 3 or 4 minutes between hypertrophy sets, you're reducing that metabolic stress and leaving gains on the table. For oxidative work, zone 2 cardio, long runs, sustained aerobic effort, the ratio changes completely. You're working continuously or with minimal rest, 1-to-1 or straight continuous effort for 20 minutes or more. The oxidative system runs on oxygen. It builds mitochondrial density, capillary networks, and fat oxidation capacity. It's the foundation that makes every other energy system more efficient. Most people skip it entirely because it feels too easy, but easy is the point. Here's the problem. If you're not tracking your work to rest ratios, you're guessing. And guessing means you might think you're training for strength when you're actually training for endurance. The Swole Journal has a field for work to rest ratio on every single daily log page. You write down what you planned and what you actually used. After 12 weeks of tracking, you'll have real data on how your rest periods affect your performance. That's the difference between training and experimenting. The journal is $14.99 on Amazon, link in the description. If this helped you, subscribe. Train all 3, track everything. See you in the next one.